Hey, this is DD here with another cryptocurrency and blockchain update. So I'm making this video for the C4C crew only. This is not going to be a public YouTube video, so you won't be able to find this in the C4C YouTube library or the theta.tv library. So this will be unlisted. So the only way to view this is to click the link that you see now within this Patreon post. So I want to talk about some suggestions. About a week ago or a little bit longer, I said, please post your suggestions on my next YouTube video. So I want to address some of these questions. I had a lot of suggestions and questions, about 150 of them from that post. And I'm going to address some of them. And I did talk about a few questions from my last YouTube video, Living the Dream in Thailand. And because people said, hey, what's it take to live there, and tell us more about that. So I did address some of that, but I want to talk more about some crypto here now. So first of all, one question I get is, or that I got and had a lot of upvotes was, could you talk more about your top 12 cryptos, and is there anything we need to be concerned about, or if you can elaborate more on them, that'd be great. So I'm going to do that to start with. So I'll quickly go through this. So my number one holding is still Theta. It's 30% of my entire crypto portfolio. And Theta is going to be a big deal, guys. It really is going to be a big deal. Now, I did that video with Wes Levitt, and I would say most people said, oh, I'm very bullish. Some were actually said, I'm bearish now. And it was good to get feedback. But I'll tell you why I think some people thought it was bearish, because I believe in the cryptoverse, people are so used to hype and over-promising and under-delivering. This is why I'm not a fan of Tron and all the hype that's going on with that quote-unquote crypto. No, it is a crypto, but Theta's doing the exact opposite. They're not hyping. They're just doing things slowly and methodically and doing things right. And this is how you create a long-term project that's going to be around for decades, and not something that's going to pop up and stay hyped for a couple of years and then disappear. So I was even more bullish on after that interview, because I liked the direction they're going. They didn't say they're going to have a partnership with Netflix in 2 months. You know, they're starting with these smaller ones, smaller like say Movie Block, which is a Korean Netflix. So starting with that one, then they're going to once they get that going, once they get those integrations and partnerships going on, then they're going to work on the bigger ones like Netflix and YouTube and Hulu, etc. So these things will happen. It's just going to take, it might be next year, and that's not really that much time. But they're just not going to have all these integrations, by the end of this year. It's going to happen. It's going to take a little time to do that. Also, the integration with the Samsung smart TVs, that takes quite a bit of work to get that going. So that's probably going to be 2021 as well. But now the Theta TV integrated into the Samsung's Galaxy phones. Now that's a big deal. Now that's going to happen in a few months, according to Wes. So when you get on, if you're on a Galaxy or on a Samsung phone, and if you swipe from right to left, that's how you go through your apps. But if you swipe from left to right, that's called a -1 swipe, and that brings up the news feed. Now they're going to have Theta TV right on that news feed. So tell me how cool that's going to be. Theta TV is going to be a big deal. Theta Blockchain Content Delivery Network. That's going to be a big deal. Just wait till they get these integrations going with the Hulus and the Netflixes and the YouTube. Just wait for that. And there's also hints of Amazon, that they have relations with Amazon as well. So there's some deep dive stuff I've been looking into. Just wait till that stuff gets announced. You're going to wish that you bought more Theta at less than $1. Let me just say that. So I'm still a buyer of Theta at under $1. Like I said, I'm still going to buy it up to $1. And I believe under $1.50 is still a good buy for Theta. My opinion only. It's done well. It's finally woken up. It didn't wake up right away. I've invested in the Theta more than 2 years ago, and I first did a video about it less than a year ago. So I've been holding Theta for a long time at less than 10 cents. Now it's gone up 7-8x from that, which is pretty good. But I think the best is in front of us. The best is yet to come. Just wait till all the integrations get announced, and they've got so many surprises up their sleeve. They're keeping the cards very close to their chest. They're going to surprise a lot of people. There's no telling what else is going on. I mean, their SpaceX and NASA partnership, that's kind of a big deal. That happened. This is old news, but I mean, they're really just getting it going. They've signed an agreement recently with Shout. I believe it's called Shout TV, Shout Factory. Shout Factory. Now, Shout Factory shows classic movies and series like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Mystery Science Theater 3000, but I was a huge fan. This show started back in 89 or 1990. I think 89 is when it started, and it went for 10 years, and went through all of 1990, and it was on Comedy Central, and it is, I love that show. You have to check it out. So just look up Shout Factory, or put in Mystery Science Theater, put in MST3K in the search bar, and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a fanatic cult that watches this crazy show, and I don't want to tell you what it is. Just check it out. But if you already know what Mystery Science Theater 3000 is, there's a big following with that, and they just had a partnership. So they're going to be showing this MST 3000 24 hours a day, and it's just something you don't get tired of. You just kind of watch it, and it just, you know, it cracks you up, cracks me up. I'm a weirdo anyway, so whatever. Much work on with Theta. Lots going on. So I hope, if you thought that interview was bearish, just realize that they're doing these things slowly, and they're doing things within the regulatory framework, and they're doing these, getting these smaller partnerships to build up to the bigger ones. So they're getting their resume built up now for the big drop. So very bullish on that one. Second one, Chainlink. Chainlink is, I think Chainlink is a good buy right now. I mean, you know, it went just below $10. That was a fantastic buy. I still think at $12 is a really good buy. Chainlink is going to be around. That's going to be a monster. It still is going to be a monster. I did well with that, but I haven't sold any Chainlink. Now, if you bought Chainlink at say $3 and it's now 12 and went up to 20, back down to 12, if you bought it and you're still for extra money, it's okay to sell some Chainlink into an underperformer that still has a very promising project. But definitely don't get rid of most of your Chainlink. Keep the majority of your holdings, because the Chainlink is going to be a $100 bill. This is my investment opinion. I know I say that with such confidence, but there's the integrations with Chainlink. It's basically going to be the king of oracles. I don't believe in Band and Teller and these others. Chainlink is going to be, that's the one that's going to be integrated in everything. And Chainlink and Theta partnership. You know, that was there's so much news with Chainlink partnerships, but their partnership with Theta TV, another big deal. So hold those linkies. Don't get rid of them, except for maybe a few of them if you did well with them. Swing them into something that hasn't really moved a ton, like Zilliqa. Okay, Zilliqa is my third biggest holding, and that's gone up about 4 times since I did my first video about it. So it went from half a penny to now essentially 2 cents. And Zilliqa, we've got Zil swap going on, we've got staking going on. I'm buying a lot of Zilliqa right now. It's just a matter of time with that thing. And I've made a prediction that it's going to go to about 20 cents, so about 10x by the end of this year. Now, most of you guys, we're running out of time. We only got 2 months left. These things can pop in a few days. So you know how the crypto space works. These things can really move. I still think that Zilliqa is going to do about a 10x by the end of this year. I really do. So we'll see. We got 2 months away. We got 2 months. A lot can happen in a week, much less 2 months in the crypto space. So just keep buying those Zills. Zilliqa is going to be a big deal. And if I'm wrong, and if Zilliqa goes to 20 cents in January, I hope you're not too angry with me, because I just see a big future with Zil. I really do. It's still under the radar. Nobody's really talking about it too much. Go to YouTube and put in Zilliqa. You're going to see just a handful of people really talking about it. Theta has changed a little bit. There's more people talking about Theta now. There's dedicated Theta channels now, but Zilliqa is still way under the radar. XRP, the most controversial crypto you could ever talk about in the entire world. Yeah, I'm really bullish on it. About 10% of my holdings now, and I've just looked at the chart. I'm not a chartist, but I can look at a chart and say this thing has performed poorly. But we have all these integrations going on, 400 partnerships and banks and customers, and they got their own patents, interoperability patents, and I'm like, this is kind of a no-brainer. If you don't believe XRP is going to be the world reserve currency, that's totally cool. It may not happen. It really may not happen. But with my XRP sell strategy is to sell, I'm going to sell about half of it when it reaches around $4, and I believe it's going to happen Q1 of 2021. With that strategy, and maybe I'll sell a little bit at $2 or $3, maybe a tad. Most of it I'll sell up to half when it gets about $4. Now with that strategy, that's about a 16x move. But if it goes to $2, it'll be an 8x move. Now with that strategy, so this is how we win no matter what with crypto. Okay, we sell half, this is an example. You can sell at $1, whatever, at $10, whatever resonates with you. But with my strategy, we sell it at $4, $3 or $4 for about a 15x move or better, 12 to 16x move. We've made a lot of money buying it at a quarter now, and just think if XRP does go to $100 or some people are saying $1,000. I'm not saying that's ever going to happen, but if it does, we've got free money to play with. It's like your rich uncle saying, I'm going to buy you a suitcase full of lottery tickets or a room full of lottery tickets. They're yours. Here's, and good luck. Chances are you're going to probably win some money. And this is the way I look at XRP. So we'd actually win two ways. We can actually make a 10 to 16x or 12 to 16x profit, and we also have the potential of a possible world currency. I know some people say no way. Some people say absolutely. The evidence is there. It doesn't matter. Let's just make some money. And I want you guys to make the most amount of money. And I believe that XRP has an opportunity behind it. Next, we got Digibyte. Someone asked, talk about what does Brace for Impact mean. There's Rudy Bauman on Twitter, who's part of the Digibyte team, said Brace for Impact. They got some big things going on. Digibyte reminds me of Theta. They're keeping their cards really close to the chest. They don't hype a lot of things, but unlike, like I said, Tron, and forgive me if I don't mean to bash Tron, but I'm just saying this is like the poster child of hype. It was the Tron, and this is why I don't think Trons can be around for 5 years. But Digibyte, Digibyte's almost 7 years old now, and one of these days Digibyte's really going to wake up. There's a lot going on underneath the hood that I don't know about, that you don't know about. If you do know something, let me know. Put it, PM me, or put it in the comments below. If there's some kind of development about any of these projects, put it below in the comment. Let everybody read it. That'd be great. But Digibyte's the most secure blockchain, and one of these days I believe Digibyte's going to really, really move well. Now, I don't know where Digibyte's going to go short term. I think a dollar bill is going to be associated with the Digibyte, and also Zilliqa. I think both of them have dollar bill potential. Absolutely. Maybe several dollars, maybe several. Long term, I think $5 bill for both of those, to be honest with you. I think $5 bill long term. So let's say 3 years, 4 years, $5 bill easy. Cardano hasn't been a big mover, but, excuse me, Bitcoin Cash is next. And that's number 6. So I've got about 6.5% of my holdings in Bitcoin Cash. So there's a potential hard fork coming up in about 20 days. Some people say, oh, the thing's going to drop like a rock, around the hard fork. But you know what? It could go the other way around. It could go the exact opposite direction, and we got a potential fork coin. We're going to have 2 coins, and maybe we're going to make a little extra money that way. But if this whole fork, if this whole thing just dies out, Bitcoin Cash, in my opinion, is actually going to really going to rock it up. There's obviously some, people are a bit nervous about it in the fork. If you don't like BCH or anything else, that's totally cool. Don't only invest in something that resonates with you. But I believe Bitcoin Cash, this whole fork, if it doesn't happen, I think it's going to skyrocket. If it does happen, I'm still going to hold on to it, because we'll get a free fork. And there's really there's not much information. The information is very sparse about this fork. But so far, and I just stay posted. I'll keep you apprised on any information about that fork. So we're probably just going to be able to keep it in our wallets, and we're going to get that fork, no problem. Probably Exodus is going to support it, but I haven't got any confirmation from them, nor Atomic Wallet. Stay tuned. I will definitely keep you apprised on the Bitcoin Cash fork. I'm a big holder in it. I'm a big holder. Bitcoin Cash is now part of so PayPal is going to be supporting 4 cryptos: Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Now those 4 are basically blue chips. I'm not a big Litecoin fan, but Litecoin does not go away. So if you're a holder of Litecoin, I've never told anybody to sell Litecoin. Maybe I have, but that's because they had 90% of their holdings in Litecoin. I'm like, well, you might want to sell some of that into something else. But you have a bit of Litecoin, 10, 20%. I'd say hang on to it. I think Litecoin's going to be around. Just like Bitcoin Cash, it doesn't seem to go anywhere. It's like Bitcoin Cash is going to be part of PayPal, or PayPal's going to be supporting Bitcoin Cash where you can quote unquote buy cryptos with PayPal. You don't really buy them because you can't pull them off the site, but this is how they're getting into the game. So it's baby steps is what's working out. Baby steps. First, PayPal, you can buy cryptos, and then eventually we'll probably have to pull. They'll probably be forced to for people to what am I trying to say? The demand will be like, hey, we want our crypto, let's get off of PayPal. But anyways, just baby steps. Bitcoin Cash is part of that 4. And now recent news is that Brave browser, you're going to be able to buy Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash right through the Brave browser. So this has been an integration that was kind of under the radar. And I didn't do a YouTube video about it. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm doing about it. Here's my YouTube video right here. It's just for you guys. That's okay.